still thinking, now this is my brother. He ain't going to think to do nothing like that. So listen. So even when he said, verse 10 say, then Amnon said to Tamar, bring the food here into my bed so I may eat from your hand. And Tamar took the bread she had prepared and brought it to her brother Amnon in his bedroom. But when she took it to him to eat, he grabbed her and said, come to bed with me, my sister. No, my brother, she said to him, don't force me. Such a thing should not be done in Israel. See, now she letting him know we're people, we're children of God. And see, this tells me right here, that's why people in the church would do stuff that they know ain't right. Because see, here it is, you had the king's family. This is most intimate family. Now they in the household doing stuff that's not of God. So that tells me we have people in the church doing stuff that we know that's not of God. But we'll continue to go on and act as if it's fine, but not understanding he's recording everything we do. And see, not understanding that we got to get encountered. So I know I'm in the church. I know I'm lying. I know I'm cheating. I know I'm feeling some kind of way. I know I ain't thinking about changing. I know that I got a motive. I know I got an agenda. Don't you know you making fool of pastor, but you can't fool him. Because he's looking at this thing and see, and that's what it showed here. That his mind was made up on what he was going to do. And she said, don't do this wicked thing. What about me? Where can I get rid of my disgrace? And what about you? You should be like one of the wicked fools in Israel. Please speak to the king. He would not keep me from being married to you. So she even trying to tell him, even if you talk to the king, maybe he'll let me marry you. But she's saying, please don't disgrace me. Please don't have me. Because see, you got to understand, she was a virgin. She wore a gown that, and it said that she was very beautiful too. So when he did this, not only was he raping her, but he broke her spirit. See, here it is, you had where David opened up the door to sin, and now the sin was falling upon the children, and the children was hurting one another. And so she begged him. And she said, verse 14 said, but he refused to listen to her. And since he was stronger than she, he raped her. Then Amnon hated, look at verse 15. Then Amnon hated her with intense hatred. See, that lets you know it was a spirit, because at first it said he loved her, that he was so sick that he had to have her. But once he had sex with her and he raped her, now he hated her. Now look how our spirits are had you going high and low. See, that's why we cannot, and that's why God said we got to learn spirits. Because you'll say, well, I'm feeling this kind of way, so this must be God, or this must be the way I'm feeling. But then he turned around now and did sin. Now he's feeling a whole different way. And then that's why you got to know yourself. When you align these feelings that we have, our emotions, when you align them up according to the word of God, it'll let you know what's God and what's not God. Because see, when you begin to think things, see, he began to think, okay, it's okay, I'm the king's son. See, he put himself up here, I'm the king's son, I can have what I want to have. I can sleep with whoever I want to sleep with. It don't even matter. And it says in verse 15, say he hated her more than he loved her. Amnon said to her, get up and get out. No, she said to him, sending me away would be a greater wrong than what you have already done to me. But he refused to listen to her. He called his personal servant and said, get this woman out of my sight, and bolted the door after her. See, he kicked her out like she wasn't nothing. Raped her, clothes and stuff torn her. He just kicked her out. Now this is her brother did this to her. Verse 18 says, so the servant pulled her and bolted the door after her. She was wearing an ordinate robe, for this was the kind of garment the virgin daughters of the king wore. Tamar put ashes on her head and tore the ordinate robe she was wearing. She put her hands on her head and went away, weeping aloud as she went. Look at verse 20. He says, her brother Absalom said to her, has that Amnon, your brother, been with you? Now think about it. How did he know that she was with Amnon? See, because I told you he was known for doing wicked things, and that's what he asked her. Have he been with you? Because see, he made it known that he was infatuated with his sister. And so even with that, and that tells me Absalom knew, because why would you just come and say, have you been with Amnon? See, that tell me they had already been seeing this thing. So